ಇವತ್ತು ಬಂದ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಊರಿಂದ?
ರೀ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಫೈನ್.
So in the last class we discussed about add-up comments. So today I'm gonna show about how to write a playbook. You need to connect the control machine first. So this is not reachable because of host IP is changed. So we need to correct that. So this IPs we need to change. Let me change the IPs. Save. Clear the screen. Okay, both were able to connect. Let me discuss about the playbooks. Ansible Playbook. So as we discussed that in Ansible, majorly three things will come. One is add up task, then playbook, then we have a role. These are the three important concepts which are there in the Ansible. So header comments we discussed already. We'll be moving on to the playbook. We'll see what is playbook, what is the significance of playbook, how to write the playbook, then how to execute the playbook. These things we'll learn today. Playbooks are the files where Ansible code is written. Remember, playbooks are the files where we written the code. Ansible playbooks are one of the core features of Ansible and tell Ansible what to execute. That means you're informing to that Ansible saying that, so what are the things we need to be done. Ansible playbooks are way to send commands to the remote computers in a scripted way. So for example, in the host file, you guys added the host IPs, right? Remote host IPs. Those it will pick it up and it will going to execute the things in a scripted way. Scripted means direct commands, but playbooks are the script we used to write, that YAML script we are going to write, right? So that we'll use as YAML script and it is going to execute. At a basic level, playbooks can be used to manage configurations and deployments to remote machines. Means we'll use these playbooks to configuration and deployment on the remote machines. At a more advanced level, they can sequence of multi-tier rollouts involving rolling updates and delegate the actions to other hosts, interacting with the monitoring servers and load balancers and along the way. Playbooks are designed to be human readable and are developed in a basic text language written in YAML data serialization format. So playbook sections, if you think about that, Ansible can divide into 4 sections. One is target section, defines the target machines on which the playbook should be run, and variable section. This is the optional can be used to declare the variables needed in this playbook. Task section, this section will contain all the tasks that will be executed on the target machine. Then handler section, this section will contain the triggers that you want to control when to execute. Okay, this is the major 4 sections are available: target, variable, task, and along with handler section. Target section, if we talk about that, target section is where we specify all the hosts that we want to connect to. Means which are the machines you want to connect and which are the machines you want to execute. That's about the target section. We can also specify the various parameters, like if you want to connect to become a sudo once you connect it to the remote machine, you can specify the username with which you want to connect to the remote machines and so on. Like this, majority of the information will be there in that. So let me show that how to write the YAML file so that we can understand. I'll create one folder, cd space etc Ansible. Under this folder, I'll create one folder called mkdir playbooks, cd space playbooks. Here I'll gonna create the file. I'll take first file as vi target.yml. The file name is vi target.yml hyphen insert. So I started writing the code. Okay, first 3 hyphens will come, hyphen hyphen hyphen, like this 3 hyphens will come. Enter space hyphen space. You need to make sure this, guys, space hyphen space. Then here HOSTS colon, HOSTS colon, space all means all the machines. Particular machine name means I can say the web servers, app servers, or particular machine name also I can give. Then space user colon root become colon sudo become underscore method colon yes. Like this we can able to use. If you can look at all root yes sudo become method sudo, sorry, method will be sudo become yes. Like this we can able to give. Now we can test this whether things are working fine or not. How to test? Ansible hyphen playbook, then the file name. If I enter, it's executing. See, it's getting okay. That means all things are good. It's able to connect. Okay, make sure, guys, the syntax is very important. You should write the code within this format only, in this format only, no extra space, nothing. If you follow this sequence, then the playbook will run properly. Okay, for execution also I'll send the command. Like this. Next we have a variable section. Ansible variables help to determine how the task to execute on a different machines systems based on the values assigned to these variables. Ansible variables name should be letters, numbers, underscores, and they should always starts with a characters also. In the playbook, we can give a variable in variable underscore name colon variable underscore value format. We can use the variable underscore name inside the double braces where in the anywhere in the playbook, like this. We can write a code in the like this or in this format. Any one of the format we can able to use and we can able to write. Okay, let me create for one more. Vi variable hyphen 1.yml. I'll give the file name. The file extension should be YAML only. Make sure YAML. Variables hyphen 1.yml hyphen insert hyphen 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 enter space minus space HOSTS colon all enter space user colon root, or EC2 minus user also can be used. EC2 minus user also can be used. Then host user, then become yes become underscore method colon sudo vrs vars colon test colon this is a variable section example. Then ASK task colon if a name colon this is where example. Then deb is debug colon mes is message colon so test. Now if I execute this, Ansible playbook variables start 100 YAML. Let me check. It should print the output. Exactly, it's printing the output. So look at guys, let me share you the code. Variables.y.yml. You can see I'm using the user called etc minus user, earlier user root user. Okay, this is common. This is the target section. Okay, then this is the variable section. I mentioned some variable name is test and this is the message. So in the task, this is the task section. Under that I'm using the keyword called debug and I'll be printing the message. So this value is there, right? This is the replacement of this one. Test will be replaced here, the output. This is the variable section example. That was the output we are getting up, you can see. Similar way, if you want, you can second example also we can able to try. That is placing the countries. .yml hyphen insert hyphen space minus space hosts colon all space user colon is minus user where's directly also we can use where colon countries colon hyphen ind hyphen us hyphen uk hyphen as hyphen eng. Like this we can paste some country codes. Colon name colon this is countries with example debug colon message colon in between here we need to put up this is the variable name countries bracket of 2. Now you guys tell me what is the output of this command, this one, what is the output of this particular script or the YAML file?
US.
Okay.
2 countries, no?
Countries of 2 we mentioned, correct?
US and UK could be.
Let me verify. Ansible playbook variables 2.yml. Something is the problem. 11, line number 11 now. Okay, syntax system. Line number 11. What is that one tasks? When you take this one left side. Syntax is very important. If you're unable to clear the syntax, then it's a problem.
Sir, user is root and you mentioned become method as a sudo, no?
Oh, it would be okay. It will work. Means it's asking that you do you want to use sudo. I said yes, sir. But how do you log into sudo? Sudo minus I, right?
Correct, but I think user should be EC to user, no, sir?
User ECT minus user also can be used. Athava, root also can be used. Even
Okay.
become method, you can ignore that. Don't have problem. Even if you remove it also, it won't cause any problem.
Okay.
Let's will wait to get that perfectly. If there is no indentation, it would be fine, but the indentation only causing some issues sometimes. Hmm. Okay, so this means this debug should come below the n, below the n. Okay, and guys, the output will be UK. Why output is UK means, let me show that. Stu.y. This is array, array of 2, array of 0, array of 1, array of 2. That's the reason. Understood? Why it's printing the value 2? Value is UK because of array concept. Okay. Same way, we have a task section also there. We can use task section to handle the tasks. The task section includes a list of plays or tasks to be executed in the current playbook. Within the task, we will have the module which are actual tasks that get executed when they execute the playbook. Like this, we can write a playbook. Let me write one big playbook for this. Vi tasks tasks.yml insert hyphen. Now perfectly will write hyphen space hyphen hosts colon all user colon is it minus user become colon yes. So I'm not using. Then straight away I'll use tasks tasks colon hyphen name colon update system install some packages. What command we'll use to install? Yum colon name is equal to php state is equal to present present. Same way from name colon copy file copy colon src is equal to ml dest is equal to /tmp / target.yml colon install docker dnf colon name is equal to docker state is equal to latest name colon restart service okay, it's successful. That means the things are good on this particular one. Like this we can write the task.yml file. Then we have last one, handler section is there. This handler section handlers a list of tasks not really from any different from regular tasks that are referenced by a global unique name and are notified by notifiers. If nothing notifies a handler, it will not run. Regardless of how many tasks notify a handler, it will run only once after all the tasks complete in a particular play. So like this we can write a code, and sometimes whenever you modify something on the file, right? So that time you want to restart service. So, such a moment we can able to use like this. The system facts. Ansible facts are system properties that are collected by Ansible when it executes on the remote system. The facts contain useful details such as storage and network configurations about a target system. Handler section will do it later. Okay. They may be output a particular file system report, or they can be used during the Ansible playbook executed on the make runtime decisions. Facts are automatically called by playbooks to gather the useful variables about remote hosts that can be used in the playbooks. It can also be executed directly by USRB in Ansible to check what variables are available to a host. Ansible provides many facts about the system automatically and along with definably. So we can say Ansible localhost -m setup. If you run this command, this will going to give the broader idea about us, like how we can able to do the step-by-step guides, or the step-by-step how we can able to execute. That we can able to check it here. So for an example, so that means now the control machine has been collected some useful information from the remote machines. If I put instead of localhost all, this will collect the details from the remote host. like this. Now out of this, there are plenty of values that there are. I want to filter some of the values. Ansible all minus m filter m setup minus a c star to hmm. This is a valid command. This will going to print out the IP address of the remote system. So how to verify? Let's will show that. Can you guys see here? This is one server IP. This is another server IP. 162 and 217. These are the both the remote machines IP address we calculated using Ansible setup commands. Dry run. When the Ansible playbook is executed with the dry -check, it will not make any changes on the remote systems. Based of any module instrumented to support check mode, which contains the most of the primary core modules, but it's not required that all the modules to do this. We'll report that what changes they have made rather than making them. So like this, Ansible-playbook. Check like this. If I execute this, it never execute, but it will show the outcome how it, if we're executing, how it looks like. That is the user check mode. Dry run mode also we call it as check run, dry run mode, both are same only. Then lookup plugin is there. Lookup plugin allows you to outside data sources like all templating. These plugins are executed on the Ansible control machine and can include reading the file system as well as extract contacting external data sources and services. This data is then made available using the standard templating system in the Ansible. Lookup occurs on the local computer, not on the remote computer. Okay, let me. I have already wrote the code for this. Let me show that how it the code straight away will execute. I kept in a this one. Let me, what is that? In Git, I put a GitHub in a GitHub. I kept this one. Let me get it from the GitHub so that I can execute straight away that. Hmm. You guys can clone this repo. It will ask yes or no. One by one command you can type in the root folder. CD space enter and try it to there. It will going to execute. So I written the code already for lookup plugin. Cat lookup plugin. So these are the codes. CD space playbooks. Inside this also we have the codes. We can get inside and we can run cat lookup plugin. That YAML. We can see this is the code. You look up, it is the -d I'm doing, so it is going to get the data from here. Asynchronous and polling side also there. By default, task in a playbook block, meaning that in connections stay open until the task is done on the each node. This may not always be desirable, or may you be running on the operations that make time longer than the SSH timeout. To avoid blocking or timeout issues, you can use asynchronous mode to run all your tasks at once and then poll until they are done. To launch a task asynchronously, specify its maximum runtime and how frequently would you like to poll for status. The default poll value is 100 10 seconds if you do not specify a poll for value like this. The what is the significance of this means very simple. Like you're connecting control machine to remote machine via SSH, right? So generally, if you're not executing any commands in the remote machine, what will happen? The server will be excited from the connection, correct? So you suppose you have written the playbook having very big playbook, there are thousand lines of code will be there. If at all you want to execute those all the lines from control machine to remote machine means maybe 10-15 seconds is not feasible for to run. It required a extended time. Such a moment we can use asynchronous and polling mechanism. This it will going to keep on checking with the server that so are you active, are you disconnected, like that. Book async and polling. See, I'm running this. It's not. It's executing, but it will wait for 50 seconds. Sleep 50 I given. It will wait for 50 seconds. Post that, it will going to execute the next steps. Async poll and see both the machines it took up and it started finish. It will show that once it's finished. Okay, it was done. Like this we can able to do that. There's a async 30 seconds, poll 10 seconds. So what the value given right here, based upon that it will going to execute it. Like if I want to see that cat polling.yml, if I do, I can see that code like this. Sleep for 50 seconds, I given sleep 50, async 60, then poll for 10 seconds. So that means you can see both the servers 6 times is executed. 2 4 6 8 9. Okay, that means after that once the 50 seconds finishes it will going to be excited. Okay, like this we can able to check the thing as that is asynchronous and polling. Then run once. So sometimes there are need to only run a task at one time for a batch of tasks. This can be achieved by configuring run underscore once on a task. So run underscore once true, if you give that it will going to execute. So let me run. I think I didn't write the code for that, no problem. Then apart from that, we have local actions. If at all you want to run something on the local machine, then we can run the playbook on the local machine. Okay. So for example, just a moment. Okay, that means in the script, if I put here polling is there, right here only. If I remove this, instead of all, if I put localhost, local, local host host, then this will execute on the localhost. See, earlier it took on the remote machines, correct? Now it's taking on the localhost. Okay, it's done. So like this, we can able to see that. Okay, the next things, there are plenty of things are there. We'll discuss those in the next class. Loops, while loops, do while loops, nested while loops. Those loops also there. Apart from there are other advanced concepts also there. This we will discuss it in the next class. So maybe today we'll wind up here. Let me run the command to stop the servers. Okay, thank you.